Hello friends, hello Voynich enthusiasts. There are so many more of you. Hello, welcome aboard. And thank you for your comments. Thank you for gassing me up. I had a very rough week, so it was really needed. Thank you. I'm going to show you a translation from 73V in this video. But before I do so, I just wanted to address a conversation in the comments about AI. So I don't use any AI because I'm scared of it. So AI hasn't been able to solve this, and I don't think it will anytime soon. In the event that I'm right, which is very unlikely, I don't think LLMs are equipped with the Irish language in the same way they are with other languages. Also, my approach was very organic with this, so I was looking at handwriting and phonetics in a way that I don't think AIs are organized programmatically yet to do. In the next clip, I'm going to show you how I translated a line from 73V. But before I do so, I'm going to show you sort of how, walk you through how I translate one singular word from that line. So we have this word here. This is BR. The R with the little hook on the top, that's a BR. And this is a vowel. It's most likely E, or sounding like E. This is DH or D, and this is IN or AN or EANN. So I have Britain, maybe. So I'll type in Tanglen. I'm not using any AI whatsoever. I'll type in something that I think sounds like a Britain. And then I'll search it. And Tanglen has 3 different dictionaries and a pronunciation guide. So nothing comes up when I put Britain. So I'm like, which one of these sounds like the word that is written? And so I'll look through all of the suggestions. And this one is the closest that we have phonetically. So I'll click on this one. I have the definition here. I have examples from 2 other dictionaries here. And I'll just verify that it actually does sound what it looks like.
Beijing.
And it does sound like what it looks like.
Beijing.
Yep, it sounds exactly what it looks like. Braiding. So let's look at what that means. So I'll go back to the first definition, and it looks like it has 5 different possible related meanings. And one of them is gossamer, and we'll talk about that soon. So let's first look at the page. Very interesting image we have here. Several women that appear to be pregnant in what looks like a green river and a green pool. Looks like one of them is in a bucket as well. Looks like there's a tube connecting one to the other. It looks like the women down below are bathing themselves or dancing maybe. They're all naked. Up to the top left, it looks like we might have something floral or something decorative. Not really sure what those lines are. It looks like there's a pole. So yeah, let's get into what the first sentence of the second paragraph says. So like right here is what we're gonna look at. So when I used to translate, I would transcribe first into Irish and then look them up. But now I just transcribe directly in my searches because I can do it much faster. So when I look at this first word, I know that this large letter here is T without the H. And it could be TL. It also could have a silent A that precedes it, but we'll find out soon enough. So the D is a DH, A, FADA, BR, A, G. I was able to get 2 words back that were similar, but the second one is almost identical to what is written syntactically. This word is tlaivog. I might not be saying that quite right. The only slight difference is the DH, which makes an I sound at the beginning, is written slightly differently. And this is connected to a medieval Irish word. So we have soft and tender. I chose tender. The next word here we have BR. It's an implied vowel after that. TH, A, fada. So this one was really cool because at first I was returning brathar, which was similar but not quite right. Phonetically it didn't sound the same, and also there was no R. But I was like, it might be this. This is relatively close, so I put that down. But this here is a TH. On occasion when this is written, it can sound like a hard D. BR with the implied I sound, brida, A with a fada. So I started to look up brida instead. And we have the word for maiden, brid. And this is connected to a medieval Irish word for maiden. In plural, we have an sound after the brid. So I have tender maidens. This one was super straightforward, fothan. I've seen that before several times in the text. This 40 prefix is always going to be FEO, FA, or FO. FO is a prefix for under or sub, and I got these 2 back as possibilities. These are both possibilities phonetically for what is written. I went with shelter because it makes more sense to what we're seeing. The next word is really, really special. When I found out what it could mean, I was flabbergasted and I cried a little bit. There are a lot of points in this text where I became super emotional at the translation. I couldn't believe how accurate it was, and there are two of these in this one line. So we have the T without the TH. If this was long, if it were two towers, it would be a TH, but it's not. It's cuffed at the side. It's the same as this one, but it may not have the length with the L, so this is most likely just a single T. And then there's a BR, O, and G. There's an implied vowel between these two. T, BR is most likely TI, TE, TU, BR. And I returned a few different ones that are slightly more accurate syntactically, but not phonetically. And I came across Tiev, I think I'm pronouncing that right. And the suffix for anything diminutive or small is og, or in, or din, but it's usually og for something small. So I see Tiev og, Tiev og. So small, whatever this word is, and I looked it up and I saw thick part, press, throng. And I was like, wait, what does the word throng mean? And throng means a multitude of persons or living beings pressing or pressed in a close body, assemblage, or crowd.
What?
And it is almost exact. Tievug. So this is my process for this one line. These are all the definitions of all the words and possible words in order. And one of the fascinating words was the word gossamer, which I couldn't believe, but just to read off the definition of gossamer. It's a fine film of cobwebs that is often seen floating in the air or is caught on bushes or grass. Bro, what? Freaking gossamer! I have no idea what that word is. This is a gossamer! And really quick, here's the definition for Ford. I'll read the final sentence. I'm not sure of tenses or anything like that, but what I have is tender maidens shelter little throng gossamer in spot of ground, basin, little ford, a small space of time, gives what is needed. And that is entirely literal. There are no embellishments on my end.